The Bible falls silent for 400 years after the prophet Malachi. What happened in this forgotten era, and how did it shape the world Jesus was born into? This isn't just a gap, it's a period of intense change that saw empires rise and fall, Judaism transformed, and the stage set for the Messiah. The Persian Empire, which allowed the Jews to return and rebuild their temple, eventually fell to the lightning conquest of Alexander the Great. After Alexander's sudden death, his vast empire was divided among his generals. Judea became a prize fought over by two powerful dynasties, the Ptolemies in Egypt and the Seleucids in Syria. This constant conflict put immense pressure on Jewish society, forcing adaptations to survive. The Seleucid ruler, Antiochus Roman IV Epiphanes, attempted to Hellenize Judea, forcing Greek culture and pagan worship upon the Jews. He even desecrated the Second Temple by sacrificing a pig on its altar and erecting a statue of Zeus. This act ignited a fierce rebellion. The Hasmonean, led by the Maccabees, a family of priests, this desperate uprising against Antiochus was a shocking success. The Jews, against all odds, recaptured Jerusalem and rededicated the temple, an event celebrated annually as Hanukkah. This was the first time in centuries Judea had independent rule. The Hasmonean dynasty ruled for over a century, expanding their territory and establishing a Jewish kingdom. However, internal conflicts, corruption, and infighting eventually weakened them, making them vulnerable to the rising power of Rome. Did you know this period also saw the rise of the Pharisees and Sadducees? The Pharisees, emphasizing strict adherence to the law and oral tradition, became the dominant religious force among the common people. The Sadducees, tied to the temple priesthood, held political power but rejected beliefs like resurrection and angels. These factions would play critical roles in the New Testament. Roman in 63 BC, the Roman general Pompey conquered Jerusalem, ending Jewish independence. Judea became a Roman client state, eventually ruled by King Herod the Great, a cunning and brutal leader who rebuilt the temple into a magnificent structure, even as he oppressed his people. The Roman occupation fueled a deep longing for a Messiah who would deliver Israel from foreign rule. Economic hardship, political unrest, and spiritual hunger created a fertile ground for the message of Jesus Christ. The stage was perfectly set for his arrival, demonstrating God's meticulous timing. These silent years were anything but quiet. They were a dynamic, tumultuous period that shaped Jewish identity, politics, and religious expectations, preparing the world for the coming of Jesus. Understanding this history reveals the profound accuracy of biblical prophecies. Were you surprised by how much happened during these so-called silent years? Tell us in the comments. Hit that subscribe button for more mind-blowing history facts.